you want to scoot over here a little bit so you're more on the green screen? Welcome back to another exciting episode of the Pretty Good Podcast with your host, Max Knudsen and Samson Large.
It is another exciting episode. We're back again after a pretty good interview with Abraham Pegg. He's a local artist. We had a good time. Yeah, he was a pretty good musician. He has some pretty good music. We'll try and put a link where it should be, right where it is.
Yum.
Absolutely, Samson. Yep. Yeah, just checking in after that. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. I liked that guy. He was a good guy, you know. It's always nice having a pretty good guy on the Pretty Good Podcast because then we get to have a pretty good conversation.
Yeah, we do. We sure do. And then we do a thing afterwards, and then Samson does a silly voice. That's what he does.
And then I do the silly voices. That's what I do. I do the voices all the time, and they are like fun things that I do. I do these fun things like this.
He sure does. He sure does. Absolutely. What's been going on? What's been going on with you? Let's check in. Let's check in and with you. How are you? I'm excited.
I've been away. I've been getting booked on a lot of shows lately, man.
Very
it's
cool.
been fucking cool, dude. It's been very flippin' awesome doing shows. I did my first show at Watson's recently. Very fun. Don't know if I talked about it on here.
No, I don't believe you have. Tell me about it.
Funny Feud. And maybe I did talk about it on here.
I don't think you did.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I got Team MVP, which is pretty awesome.
Yeah.
If I do say so myself. I also got paid, so getting paid to do comedy.
Look at that, getting paid to be a silly goose.
That's right. That's the goal, baby. That's the dream.
That's what we
has
want.
Been achieved. Basically, I can give up now. I can stop.
Yeah, I was just also going to say if you want us to come be silly gooses for you, let us know. We can put together at least just the two of us an hour show, but we can also get some funny people too. I would argue funnier people too. That we can also put together an even better show for maybe an hour and a half. So
we can do some pretty dang good shows, dude. We can come to your little town and do some pretty good little shows if you would like that, or come to your big town and do some pretty good big shows if you would like that. Just hit up our contact spot on the website. It's right at the bottom of the homepage there.
Yeah,
you can also see upcoming shows on there on the homepage.
Yeah, totally, absolutely, Absolutely, dude. Yeah.
Woo!
Fuck yeah. Yeah, dude, I don't know. Should we... Hey, so we were talking about this the other episode, how we used to record our sets and then talk about it. Should we... Yep. I was... let's be spontaneous. Should we go find like a set that we've done that's around maybe 3 to 5 minutes, pretty quick, and just kind of go over it real quick? And
yeah, we can do that. Let's
maybe do that.
Let's do that.
Why not?
Let's do that real quick. I don't know if I have any video.
We just need the audio.
Okay, here is.
Also, just to remind both of us, let's talk about we're going to Austin in like a week. Let's talk about that.
I do want to talk about that. I'm nervous.
Nervous? Why?
I'm just nervous. I always get like, not like nervous as in like anxiety panic type nervous, but just nervous like butterflies in the stomach, excited, like adrenaline, kind of like new city, new things, like gonna be there for like 8 nights, 9 days or whatever.
I'm gonna say personally, I'm not gonna go to try to hit every open mic I can. I want to go try to hit one or like. I mean, if I can get as many as I can in a night, awesome. But I think we should also try to enjoy ourselves there.
No, for sure. I need to send you this link because there's this party that like you have to RSVP to that my friends told me about. That I think was going to be pretty fun that we should go to.
Okay.
But it's one of the XXSX.
South by Southwest.
South by Southwest. Is that what it's called?
Yes.
Okay. Well, their fucking acronym is confusing.
Okay. Anyways.
I didn't know X stood for bi.
It's just... anyways, just... What are you getting at?
No, it's just it's gonna be a fun time. Like I have friends there that we're gonna be staying with. It's gonna be exciting. Like there's a lot of new things that we can check out. It's gonna be warm probably. We might be able to go swimming. I fucking love swimming. You know me.
I didn't know swimming was such a easy
I love swimming, dude. Yeah. I am such a swimmer, dude. Call me David Schwimmer because I'm swimming all over this bitch.
Yeah,
all the time, dude.
Who's David Schwimmer?
That's the guy who plays Ross in Friends.
Okay.
And the giraffe in
Madagascar.
Yeah.
Yep. Not necessarily known for his buoyancy.
He's got a swimmer's body, man. He's
yeah, okay. I'll give him that. Yeah, absolutely.
He looks like the man could swim.
Yeah.
Swim. I like his name.
Yeah, dude, yeah. Any what's?
Any whim?
We got some sets.
Oh yeah, I got one. Do you want me to?
If you got one queued up, that'd be...
Alright, this is my set from Mad Swede on Thursday, February 22nd.
Mm-hmm.
Can we each get a headphone maybe so we can...
Sure.
Oh, I guess we'll hear it through here. It doesn't matter. Okay, never mind. I'm stupid. Sorry.
Come to the stage, another one of our up-and-comers here in town. Always happy to have him. Please put your hands together for Sam Large. I must have said. I don't listen to this yet. Yo, give it up for your host. He's a good guy. Alrighty.
Call back to the voice you did at the beginning.
My name's Samson Large, and this is my body. It's alright. Someone told me the other day, man, Samson Large would be a really good porn name. Yeah, it would. I actually thought about doing porn for a little bit because of that. But I couldn't do that because my grandparents are just way too supportive. I don't want them to have to watch like my shitty podcast on a weekly basis and me like, you know, have sex with women or whatever. Or men, I don't know. It's a porn industry. You don't get to choose. So they don't tell you at the beginning. Sorry, I had a rough night. Newsletters.
We might have to cut this.
Yeah?
Because I was just like, wow.
Like that bit or this whole set?
That bit.
Okay. That's fine.
That bit was kind of I forgot I'd said that night.
I didn't know the lights there were so loud.
Is that... Can you hear the light? Oh. Just from the no laughing? Dude, that was such a weird night because the crowd was like full. Do you remember that night last week or whatever?
Should I compare my set from that night?
Yeah, I think if you have the one from the 22nd, that would be helpful.
Let's see how I did.
Let me get through this joke and then...
Yeah.
Please come back to work. That's just how my day went. I guess it's kind of funny in a sick way. I don't know. I feel really in touch with my mom right now. I feel like she's talked about these things before. Just feeling walked on and then like, you know, finally standing up for yourself and then things go wrong. I don't know. Being a woman is hard today, is what I'm trying to say. Yeah. Speaking of being a woman,
I shouldn't have left early.
And so I know this will make sense soon.
2.5 minutes.
So I saw like a lot of like misogynist and like douchebaggery and like just like hookups and like ghosting, that kind of shit, you know. And there's like all these new sexual orientations now. Someone told me it was something about demisexuals. It's like an emotional connection to be like sexually attracted to a person. It got me thinking. I was like, I want to come up with a term. And so all of like the douchebags and the frats, I think they're all misogiosexuals. And it basically means that you're attracted to someone up until you have sex with them, and then you think they're unvirtuous and icky. Yeah, so you guys can use that one on your exes or whatever. I'll end it Okay. Sorry. I'm tired. People are always asking, where's the clitoris? Where's the clitoris? I don't know, but how is the clitoris? What I want to ask.
People are always asking me.
That, how's the clitoris doing? I don't know, I'm Samson Large, you guys. Thanks a lot. I'm gonna go on for Samson.
One thing I'll say is with that the misogynistic joke, one of the first times I heard you say it was one of the best times I heard you say it.
I know, and it's never been as good as that first time I said it, I don't think.
Have you listened to that?
I don't know if I have that.
Well,
I haven't gone back and listened to like very many of my audio only ones, which is what I've been doing a lot lately because I just have been not wanting to put my phone out and record.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm way more inclined to go back and watch a recording with video than I am to listen to the audio. For some reason, I just like when I record it like video, I'll watch it that night and be like, I hate what I did here. Like, oh, this is good. But when I just do audio, I like sometimes like that's the first time I've listened to that set since I recorded it, and I'm glad because that was bad. I mean, it wasn't like bad, but it was rough. I mean, I talked about a lot of personal bullshit and like, but like that's open mic fucking comedy also. So.
Yeah. I do have one from mine.
Okay.
All right. From February 22nd, 2024.
One distant chuckler. Your next comic coming to the stage is always a pleasure. Please welcome to the stage, Max Knudsen.
Hello. I think beekeeping and eating ass are kind of the same thing. I'll explain. I think they're both, in the sense of like just society's acceptance of the two. Like back in the day, they used to be like nobody really talked about it. You kind of kept it to yourself. Now it's like they're both super trendy, and you can like tweet about it now. And like I don't know, you get really really sick if you fuck either one of them up. Because you know what they say, fail to prepare to fail, come prepared, prepare to come. I don't know. Anyways, I grew up in McCall skiing a lot, and the local ski resort up there, Brundage, had this thing that every night whenever they would get a bunch of new snow, they would send a text out to everybody letting you know, so that you could be the first ones up to the hill to make that like your whole personality or whatever. And it was cool for a while, but then I moved from McCall. I haven't skied there in years, and I still get texts from them every time they get a few inches of snow, and it's cool to see how the hill's doing, but it's also a lot like having like an ex text you about every hookup they have, even though you haven't seen her in forever. It's like you'll wake up at like 5 a.m. You'll get a text. It's like, hey, just so you know, thinking about you, and also last night, 7 inches. We're gonna need a groomer. Groomer means two things I learned. Anyways, we have a lot of bad drivers here. I'm sure everybody knows. I think everybody has kind of red flags that they have for driving. I like to think that mine are kind of
She did in our last Thursday ones.
I like to put my leg up on the dashboard when I drive.
Let's do them after this.
Like I'm all leg, and so I lose circulation. I need to put a leg up there. And I know it's not safe, it's dangerous. If I crash, I'm gonna get paralyzed or something. But I think everybody does things that like aren't safe or aren't healthy. That's just feel good in the moment. Some people drink, some people smoke, some people.
I think I went last
A few years ago, bought a very realistic $500 silicone sex doll that they were using during that earthquake a few years ago, and they thought that when they were using that, that's what caused it. And they thought they sinned so hard that they broke the earth. Some people get tattoos. Some people put their leg on the dash. Good night.
Oh, nice.
I did video.
So that was not this last
2 weeks
Thursday,
ago.
but 2 Thursdays ago.
A little over 2 weeks ago. Or a little under 2 weeks ago.
Because, yeah, I was getting... for some reason, I was thinking the 22nd was last week.
I was thinking it was too. And last week
And I
was
was like,
a
I
really
thought-
good crowd.
Yeah.
And like 2 Thursdays ago was not a very big crowd.
Yeah.
A good crowd. I
And
remember.
last Thursday, I left early. And so I was like, damn, you really ate shit. Because the crowd was, like, really good. I don't know what you did.
Oh
to
yeah,
fuck
I went almost last Thursday.
Yeah.
I was like second or third to last Thursday, but I have video of mine.
Okay.
Do you want to play yours first?
Sure. This is last Thursday.
Sorry, I've been drinking too much this last week.
Same.
Who was before you?
Logan something.
Bless your heart.
Oh, was that the new guy? That's right. It was like a full list.
Your next comic coming to the stage. You may have noticed I am on the border of unusually tall. I am 6'4". Your next comic's even taller. Fuck him. He can go fuck himself. I hate him. You're gonna hate him. He's not funny. Please just boo loudly for your next comic. Max Newton.
He was on that chair the whole time.
If we had a baby, with how tall it would be, do you know how many wet floor signs we'd need out here? Whatever, that's not a compliment. Hey, I grew up in McCall, and there's this group up there. They had this text message
Trey, you sound better already.
subscribe to, so that every time the mountain would get a bunch of new snow, they would text you early in the morning so that you could be the first one to see it, so you could be the first one to the hill, so you could be the first one to make that your personality. And it was cool at the time when I skied
hear
there
how
all the
much
time,
you-
but it's been years since I've skied at Brundage. I haven't skied in years either, but I still am subscribed to their text message thing, and it's cool seeing that the hill's still getting snow, but it also is a lot like having an ex that just texts you about every hookup they have after you guys broke up. Like, you'll wake up in the morning and you'll have a text that's like, hey, it's Brundage, I'm thinking about you. Also, just so you know, last night, we got 5 inches, and counting, so. We're gonna need a groomer. And then I'm like, great, she's into older guys now. I learned groomer means a few things. Okay, not everyone skis. It's average. Hey, we have a lot of bad drivers around here. I'm sure everybody's aware. But I also think everybody has red flags about themselves when they drive. One of mine, I try to make it sort of just about me so it doesn't really hurt anybody else, but I like to put my leg up on the dashboard when I drive. Mostly just because I'm all leg, and if I drive longer than like 20 minutes, my legs go numb, so I need to stretch them out, and it feels good. But, I don't know, whenever I have a passenger in the car, they always yell at me, so like, if you crash, you're gonna fucking lose your legs. And that's fair. But I know that I can keep myself from crashing, but with any plan that you have, when you get other people involved, they're gonna fuck it up. So, but I don't know, there's lots of bad things that people do that aren't really safe or healthy, but you do them anyways because they feel good. Like, some people drink, some people smoke, some people a few years ago bought a really, really expensive, very realistic silicone sex doll that they used for the first time during that earthquake we had a few years ago, and they thought that when they were using that, that's why the whole earth was shaking, and they thought that they sinned so hard that the earth was breaking. That's more of a me thing. Some people get tattoos, some people put their leg up on the dashboard when they drive. Use your blinker. Good night.
Keep it going.
That was that.
I'd like to take a moment and just comment on like the level of like difference in like your tonality and confidence on stage and like how you can hear it in your voice between like this week that you just shared in the other week, and I think that has a lot to do with how full the room is. Because, like, when it's, like, more of an empty room, you get on stage and you're kind of like, this is going to be tough.
Yeah. Yeah, dude. Like, if there's more people, if I can, if I just,
because you came out there and you're so much more energized, right? Like when you told the Brundage joke.
I need a response, like to and I think if I get immediate feedback, then I'm golden.
Yeah,
but
totally.
some crowds like just don't give you anything, and it's if I don't know if you don't like it, I can work with that. If you like it, obviously I can work with that.
But when it's like the medium.
Yeah, when they're just quiet, it's just like, what do you want? I can make it darker. I can make it not as dark. I can tweak it this way or that way. But it's like I need to know. I would prefer they all just stand there with their thumbs and then
just give you the Roman emperor gauge.
Yeah, when you start, it starts like this, and then your first joke they're like that, and you're like, okay, shit, all right. The second joke is this, and then they go to that, and they're like, oh fuck, I need a banger. And then it gets up to that.
That reminds me of like the Rockstar meter in Guitar Hero or whatever, like, or just like the good meter in Guitar Hero, like, you know, like you're playing Guitar Hero and then you start doing bad and the crowd starts turning on you and the meter drops and it's like, you better pick it up soon or you're gonna get booed off stage or whatever.
I believe you.
Yeah, you probably haven't played any of that.
No.
That's so.
What
it's just sad that you don't get to experience that cultural phenomena that is Guitar Hero and like.
Hey, dude, I got to touch grass, so it's.
Well, I did too.
Whatever.
Good set.
Thanks. Let's hear yours.
Yeah, did you leave before mine?
I did.
Alright, mine has video. So I'll share it with you.
Okay.
So or I can edit this one too. It doesn't matter to me.
I'll do it.
Okay.
Supposed to be a joke introduction, but all of you just sort of went, oh, okay. Your next comic coming to the stage, he's a regular in the Boise scene. We're always happy to have him. Please welcome to the stage, Samson Lard.
Can't believe that asshole just said I wasn't funny. What the fuck was that all about, dude? It's a terrible way to intro a comedian. This guy will not make you laugh. Get ready to be disappointed, everybody. No, that's all right. I don't make anybody laugh. I just make you all sad and wonder why you're here. It's okay, though. I learned to wipe my ass when I was a kid.
Keep that.
You can clap at that. It's a fucking achievement. I wasn't great at it at first. I don't think many of us were, you know, like 3 years old. You think you can wipe your own ass? You couldn't. I'm telling you that right now. Okay? So I had to ask my mom for help sometimes. I'm sure we've all been there, dude. Mom, help me wipe my butt. It's getting itchy when I do it on my own. Alright? So I went to preschool early as a kid because my parents worked a lot. And when I was at preschool one time, I came out with my pants around my ankles and I was like, teacher.
I challenge you to show me the rest of this without looking at me.
Without looking at you?
Yeah.
Oh, God. Okay. Can I, like...
I mean, whatever it takes, just either watch the thing, but do not look at me for affirmation.
That's so hard. That's all I'd want to do.
Yeah. But I'm challenging you not to so that I can form a genuine reaction.
All right, I'll... Fuck.
Dog, you can watch it. Just don't look at me.
Okay. I don't want to watch it. I want to look at you.
Well, just don't. Because how do you think that makes me feel?
I guess, like, you would feel more pressure to, like, react positively.
Yeah, that's actually exactly right. You nailed it right on the head.
Yeah,
Yeah, take a sip.
I get that. Okay,
Do
fine.
you?
Yeah, I get it, fucker. I just like having affirmation.
Just
I need help
don't look
wiping
at
my
me.
asshole. And she helped me because she was a good teacher. You know, that's what good teachers do. Flash forward, like 10 years. to high school, and now I'm proficient at wiping my own ass, don't worry. Not asking teachers anymore. But I went to ask a girl out, and her response was, my mom was your preschool teacher, and I used to help out in class. Yeah, some of you identified where this is going. She said she could never date a guy who asked for help wiping his ass that she could remember seeing. Which, that was, oh, it's right. That was the intro to what my love life was going to be like for the rest of my life, which was rough. But it's okay. I went to college and eventually did get laid, so you can clap at that too if you want. Thank you. No, but when I was in college, I was in a fraternity, which you don't have to clap at that, obviously. But there were guys in the fraternity, and they would give you really bad advice. It was kind of like a regular thing. I don't know if they were doing it to joke or just to be assholes, but one time I got this advice from a fifth-year senior, and he was like, listen, man, I made up this fucking sick-ass playlist that you need to put on whenever you have a lady over. It's called the Slay List, and this shit'll get you laid. And I was like, alright, hell yeah. It's the first time I bring a girl home during college, I put on this Slay List that this asshole fucking told me about. You know what the first song I played was? In the Arms of an Angel by Sarah McLachlan.
No!
I'm like, what the fuck, dude? She's like, grab my dick, and it's like, in the arms of... Oh, this is sad. Okay. Also got Rickrolled 3 times. Sick, never gonna give you up, you know? Played some Wiggle songs too in there. It was really dope. That got me thinking though, I think it would be really fun to do a Wiggles Battle of the Bands with only Wiggles cover bands. I think that would just be fun. That's it, that's just a business idea. Tree for it, hit me up, you know? So yeah, that's tight as fuck. Already talked about wiping my ass. Let's see what else do we have. One of my friends recently started dating a trans person, which is cool. You can applaud for that. Yeah, you guys are not progressive at all. A bunch of assholes in here. Okay. No, but this is a person who's transitioning from woman to man, right? And like they're not very like at this point in their transition, they're not super passable like as a male, which is whatever. But what they did was they broke up with my buddy the day before Valentine's Day, and then they asked to get back together the day after Valentine's Day. I was like, your transition's complete, you're a man. It's the most manly I think you're doing, so congrats. I'm Sam Smarsh, thank you.
Rough. Where'd you go? Oh my god. Oh, you really just left me down here. I was like, am I seriously just sitting here like an idiot watching this alone on my phone right now? While it's recording me for the last 4 minutes, just watching a shitty video of myself doing bad stand-up. Jesus Christ. My neck hurts. I hate you.
Good bit, Max.
I was like scared for a second. I was like, where'd you go? I thought you like just literally like disintegrated. Like it was so quiet.
I cannot wait till you see what I was doing. Oh, man.
Were you listening at all?
Yeah, it was a good set. I had some good jokes. You had some good. I think your off the cuff stuff. Here's the thing: is like I know you, and so when I watch your sets, watching you like not do well is really funny to me.
Yeah, I get that.
And so I try to watch it as like an audience member, and I think some of your sometimes you like retaliate on the audience, and I think that's your downfall.
Yeah,
I think sometimes you snap at them and do that sometimes. Oh, fuck you guys, yeah. Or like something like that. And I don't think you need to do that.
I do need to stop doing that.
I think you need to play in. I think you need to like. it's like the
I need to play into like I'm dumb, that's dumb. Type
there's like
shit.
the improv saying if you're gonna fail big.
Yeah.
And I think you like not insulting way a lot of your jokes are set up.
No, I think it's definitely like an involuntary, just like, you don't like me, fuck
Like,
you.
I think one of your your niches could be like you should try to like learn how to like thrive in bombing, like in
It's so funny because
you tell a premise so weird, so that the audience is so fucking lost, and that's where you're like, I got you now, motherfucker.
Dude, it's so funny. I feel like I could do that, and like I feel like that's
You
like
could.
I feel like that's kind of like a, I don't know. That's almost like what feels like Casey Rocket does a little bit, like where he's just so bizarre, right, and like so off the cuff that people at first are like, this is weird, what the fuck is happening, and then he flips it on them and like says something that is just like everyone's like, I can't help but laugh at that because it's so silly and like funny.
Well, then
And, like,
you're like that, but just you're not moving as much. So just
move more.
no, just do that, but move less, and it's just more words, and
Yeah.
you're golden. And I know you can say more words.
I know. Well, and like the other, I need to sit down and like write more. I need to like sit down for like an hour at a time more often and like write on like thoughts or just like different. Because when I do that, I come up with good stuff, and I just am not doing that enough. A lot of the times, I'm just kind of being lazy. I feel like in my writing.
Well, then, following up on what you said right before that, who's telling you that you're writing good stuff?
What? A lot of people.
Okay. All right.
A lot of people tell me I have good jokes.
Okay. Good. That's all. Okay. I wanted to make sure you weren't being like, I'm writing some good shit. I was gonna be like, according to who? And I was hoping you weren't gonna say like, well, like if you read it like this.
If you read it like how it's not written.
Yeah. Like
No, it's like,
so like so there's like my granddad's fucking chicken coop or whatever.
no, it's like that trans joke at the end of that has a lot of legs. I just need to cut out the fluff in the front of it, like where I say like the passable shit. Like that doesn't matter. I don't need to say that, right? Like that can be cut completely, and like it can just go into like more of a pausey, like dramatic, like, oh, they broke up with him the day before Valentine's Day, dumped him the day after. Your transition's complete. Congrats. Like, you're a man. That is a man thing. And then, like,
Yeah,
that's
most
fucking
of it.
funny, right? Like, but because, like, a lot of times my premises, I set them up too long. Like, that's my biggest issue right now, I think, is just, like, I take too long diving into, like, a story almost, because I think I'm, like, this great fucking storyteller or whatever, or think people need more detail than they do to get context of a joke. And then like, by the time I get to the punchline, people are, like, lost. Like, in, like, what I was talking about before. I think that happens a lot. And then, like, that's why there's such a long pause between, like, me delivering a punchline and, like, laughs happening, because people are, like, taking a minute to be like, wait, that was funny. He just said some dumbass shit before he said the funny thing. Like, you know?
Yeah. I mean, I do that too. I think it's like when you're trying to set up a premise, especially an early premise, like you're fumbling through words so much because you're just trying to be like, this is like that, but but this, when you take this and you're trying to just establish that so hard, when in reality you could just have one analogy that just kind of makes it make sense, and also just assuming that most of your audience isn't stupid.
Well, and that's a hard thing too, is because, like, a lot of times, like, you know, jokes, the structure of a lot of jokes are that this is like this. And why is that funny? You know, and like that, and like those similarities are funny because, like, these certain situations or whatever. And that's like kind of like one of the, like, I feel like as like a joke structure, like the simile of like comparing two like situations or things is so like concrete, and like we try to do it so hard that we like spend too much time being like, this thing, listen to this thing that I'm gonna tell you about, and then like it's like this other thing, and then people are like, why are you, what do you mean?
It seems like, yeah, it's, you're trying to make an analogy work, and at the end of the day, it's just not being confident that your analogy is good enough.
Yeah, exactly. That's like such a trap, I feel like, in comedy.
But no, I don't think so. I think also because it makes it so that you have to make your analogy so fucking spot on.
Yeah.
And also obscure enough to where the audience is like, first of all, ridiculous. Second, I do see how that could play out in this weird like scenario where these two things are together, and that's beautiful.
Yeah.
And I think that's what makes comedy so hard.
I agree.
Especially to do very, very well. Anyways,
That was
we're going to
nerdy.
we're going to Austin in a week.
We're gonna try to get on Kill Tony.
Yeah, we're gonna do that.
What if we?
Are you gonna pick me up at the airport?
Am I gonna pick you up at the airport? No, I'm gonna make you take a fucking train to come meet me downtown. You fucking.
All right. Where are you gonna be, and where can I meet you?
I don't know. I'm gonna find a spot. Maybe I'll just go to fucking Greek in the Cave and just chill there and fucking hang for you.
All right.
I'm sure there's a train that goes downtown. Also, I'm gonna bring my skateboard.
How many bags did you check? Skateboard. That's a good move.
I'm
Okay, I'll
not
bring
checking
my-
any bags.
Okay. Nice.
I'm doing a backpack and my North Face duffel and my skateboard.
Nice.
And that's what I always fly with.
I'm gonna bring my short little cruiser board.
Okay, fuck yeah.
My little like
Yeah.
made out of I have a snowboard or a not a longboard. It's shorter than a skateboard.
Penny.
But it's
a penny board.
but it's made out of a
Plastic?
old snowboard.
Oh yeah.
So it's got like carbon fiber and stuff
Forgot
in it.
you
So
have
it
that
like
one. Oh,
it
sick.
like flexes. Made by Chris Bodley. Pale Lakes Longboard. R.I.P.
Good dude.
But yeah, it was made out of a
Legendary, pretty
snowboard.
good
So yes, 100%. Cannot say that enough. And he made these skateboards made out of snowboards, and they are so flexy and fun to ride, and it's just like surfing.
They are.
They're
really
beautiful.
Fun to ride. It's like gorgeous sports. Yeah, so I was gonna bring my skateboard just for like easy foot travel type situations. I would.
Everyday backpack to bring.
Yeah, I'm bringing my normal silver ones that I use every day, like the North Face one. I like rolling with my all North Face bag package so that it looks like I'm like maybe could be like low key affiliate sponsored, maybe. Like.
Because I'd rather go to that than go to 2 open mics where there's 5 people that didn't know there was an open mic going on in the crowd.
Yeah, well, I also like Cap City Comedy. Like, I want to like do the comedy club open mics.
Yeah.
Like, I agree with you. I don't want to
One of
go
the
do a bunch of
Suns-
bar tavern ones like we have here. Like, I've done plenty of those. They're usually all comic audiences.
I want to be places where they give a shit about lighting.
Yeah.
That's what I want.
So, like, I think we should definitely try to do the Mothership, like, open mics, like the regular ones
Yeah.
they have there. I think we should try to do at least, like, a couple at Creek and Cave.
Hey, I'm realizing right now as we're talking about this, we're gonna have to like film this vlog style now when we go.
I know.
So we're flying in at different times. So you're gonna have to document some of your flight, and I'm gonna have to do that with mine.
Do you have a layover anywhere?
I don't think so.
I've got, like, 2.5 hours in Salt Lake.
Oh, I might. I would have to check.
Because I fly out at 6 a.m. from Boise, which is wild. I forgot I bought at 6 a.m.
I fly out at like 11. All right, I'll talk. All right, let me read through some things that I typed it out. So we've been we did a podcast with Abe earlier, and it was a lot of fun. There was the app I was looking for. Hey, so here's a thought. The term POV, it seems like nowadays is only used correctly in porn and extreme sports. Action sports, I guess. My favorite Taylor Swift song is Paper Rings, and I think, personally, that says a lot about me. That's a funny thought. You only ever fail once, and that's when you quit. Everything else is just an obstacle. What did you think about that, Samson? Oh, he opened the door. What's he doing? He went to the bathroom. I heard the toilet noises, which I heard in different hemispheres spin different directions. Oh, wow. Look at that.
Uncle Rusty thinks you need to fucking shut the fuck up about what I think about stuff, alright?
Well, Uncle Rusty, let me just fucking tell you, my friend, let me just tell you, I think that what I have written down is fucking not that bad of a thing for you to fucking hear, okay? Because I think it's pretty good.
Uncle Rusty will tell you whether or not something's pretty good, alright? Uncle Rusty will tell you whether or not something's pretty good.
Alright, well, let me fucking tell you something, and then you can fucking tell me if you think it's pretty good, okay? Does that sound pretty fucking good to you? The fucking Randy. I didn't know you had a fucking cannon on your shoulders there, bro.
Listen here, brother.
Okay.
Uncle Rusty's gonna tell you something.
Different accent.
Yeah, that was a different accent. I can't nail that. I need to figure out the Uncle Rusty accent again. I forgot what it is. Did we ever record it?
Well then, Uncle Rusty, let me just tell you my fucking thing that I said earlier. And then...
Get into your thing. I didn't hear.
Okay, I said... I think it's pretty fucking inspirational, so if you could just fucking listen to me here. Okay, ready? Okay, here's what I said. Are you ready? I said... You only ever fail once. And that's when you quit. Everything else is just an obstacle. Shut up.
Oh,
Stop doing that.
Okay, I was just gonna do like a
What
slow
you got
play.
in your face there?
This is my ski mask.
Why?
Cause
Do you ski?
yeah, I ski a lot, dude.
Do you?
Yeah, all the time. Not as much as I'd like to, but I'm pretty good. Goddamn.
Yeah, that's true. I
I'm
probably
better at skiing than I am at nunchucks.
You don't believe it or not, I believe that. Or not. Yeah, I believe you can do probably a flip or two on your skis.
Sorry. Yeah, I did a flip last time I skied, dude. Last time I was skiing, there was these snowboard kids. They were like, "Go do a backflip or flip or what? Can you flip?" And I was like, "I can flip, dude. I'll flip it up. I'll flip your mom right onto my bed, bro." And they were like, "Oh, dude, you don't have to go that hard." And I was like, "Oh, dude, I'll go that hard." And then I flipped, and then I flipped off, and I flipped out, and I fucking front flipped. They're like, "We're gonna train," and I'm gonna train your mom. And they're like, "Oh, dude, okay." No one ever talks about this. Ski and like skateboard terms are like all so sexual when like out of context. Like,
Yeah.
yo, let's train this real quick. Like, that is like
Hit this tranny. I get it.
hit the tranny, yeah. Like, or like let's fucking I don't know what's another one.
It's weird. Yeah,
Is there another one?
they're messed up terms. I get it. Yeah.
There's gotta be another one. It's kind of cool though. It's hash, you know.
Hesh?
You know what hash means, dude?
No.
Throw the Urban Dictionary for hash on in this block right here. See this grid block?
All right, it's up. Fucking get to it.
Alright, I'll find it.
Dog, I thought you...
It just means to skate hard or whatever, like be cool. It's like gnarly, basically.
And that's why
It's
we
like
can
that's
say
hash.
borderline slurs?
Hash?
No. What?
I don't know, dog.
Okay. Anyways, can I tell a story and then can we be done with this?
You don't want to go any further into the realm of
Do you want to go further?
podcasting?
Fine, we'll go further. But can I tell a story and see where it goes?
Yeah, tell me a story.
Okay. So, I'm going to try to not name names, but I think you could probably guess the names I'm going to name.
But you don't want me to guess the name.
Well, I mean,
You
guess
don't want to
them.
name them.
Guess them in your head.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let me put on my head mask.
All right.
No, you're good. Keep telling the story.
So I worked at a ski resort. And the reason I'm telling this is because I want to lightly frame it to tell it in stand-up later.
Okay.
But
Exciting.
I worked at the ski resort.
Yep. I remember that.
And there was one time I worked at the very tippy top of the mountain. And there was a thing you had to do before they opened the tippy top. So they would open the bottom part of the mountain whenever. No one gives a shit. That's where your mom goes. Your mom.
Your mom.
Your mom.
My mom shreds.
My mom will kill your mom.
Listen, my mom skis way harder than your mom.
My
and
mom.
I'm sorry about that.
Well,
but
my mom might make out with your mom, depending on how it goes.
I don't think so because they don't really talk.
Well, I know that, but if we made something happen, I'm saying I think my mom would be the most open. That's all.
I don't think so at all. To that.
Okay. Now you're starting to take a stance. There we go. Now he has an opinion. Shut up. Anyways, I used to work at a ski resort.
Yeah, we know.
And I worked at the tippy top of the mountain. Mm-hmm. And before they would open the tippy top of the mountain, at the tippy top, that's where the snow is the most aggressive.
Yep. And wind.
Exactly. Yeah.
Wind.
The snow builds up in layers, and that's how avalanches happen.
But you know what'll get you?
What?
The humidity.
Shut up.
Sorry.
Stop it.
Hey, I'm sorry.
Knock it off.
I'm sorry.
You think because you got a fucking mask on, you think you're just better?
No.
I'm trying to tell a story.
I'm just trying to...
And you... Here's me, Samson. I think the humidity. You think, how do you think you helped any of this?
I wish if I...
I'm trying to tell a story. How did you help push this forward?
I said that and New Balances appeared on my feet.
Okay, prove it. Shut the fuck up then, you piece of shit.
You need...
Stop being a meme and
I'm
start
sorry.
being a...
Did you say a meme? Or mean?
Meme.
Meme.
Yeah.
So here's... Okay, sorry to sideline this.
Yeah, do that.
This is going to be really quick.
Yeah, I bet.
When I was in middle school, when me and my brother first started like reading the word meme on the internet, we had never heard anyone say it out loud. We thought it was meme.
Yeah.
And we would say meme. And we'd be like, have you seen this new meme? Which is funny now to think about because that's stupid.
That is funny to think about. Any meme, we would don't fucking touch me like that, you weirdo. You think I have muscles? Why did you do that?
I don't know. It's an exaggerated thing. You're like, oh my god, that was hilarious.
What?
Fuck off,
You just felt me up and told me to fuck off.
I feel you up.
You just shut up.
I touched your arm.
Touch is an understatement.
I squeezed your arm a little bit with a little bit of intimate contact that may or may not categorize as feeling up.
I feel like you're beginning to forget that you need to talk into a microphone.
Sorry.
You cloth bandit.
Dude.
What?
I would love to be like an old school bandit. Like
Why?
riding your horse through the fucking desert.
Yeah, that'd be crazy.
Riding through the desert on a horse with no name.
Cool, clear water. Dan, do you see that big green tree where the water's running free and it's waiting there for you and me? Water. Cool.
Yeah, you don't want to live like that.
Water.
I'm just kidding. I couldn't live without my tech decks. Nolly Big Spin.
So, before they open the tippity top of the hill,
I still won't let you. Yeah, tell your story. Sorry. Tell it.
Hey, dude, if I say a word, how about you don't say words?
I wasn't looking. I'm sorry.
The worst. That's what I have to. It's like, hey, man, what part of me being mid-story makes you think, better yell now? Sorry to get Chris D'Elia on you for a minute.
Fine, dude.
But
I'm to go Brent Kirschner.
it's like, hey, Max is like in the peak of his story. No better time than for me to scream.
You didn't get to the peak of the story, dude. You got to the peak of the mountain.
All right.
That's the beginning of the story.
First of all, shut up. Second, good point.
All right, I'll shut up.
So, if the tippy top of the mountain had bad snow, they would usually do something along the lines of throwing dynamite onto the mountain. Samson, you can confirm. I'm asking you to talk.
Yeah, that's true.
That's enough. And when the dynamite would explode on the mountain, it would cause an avalanche. And it's one of those things where it's like it's better to just get it out of the way before the crowd gets there. And at the time when I worked there, Max, censor that name. I was there early in the morning when I worked at the ski resort. We're back. There was a thing we had to do when you worked at the upper part of the mountain where you had to call the ski patrol and be like, hey, this is me at the chairlift, just calling the ski patrol to let you guys know we got people at the bottom. Are we good to go? And they would either go, we're good to go, or no. And one morning, they said no. And I was like, and in my head, I thought they said, yeah, man. Literally, the more the merrier. Keep them coming. And so I called the bottom and I was like, yo, open the floodgates. Let them rip. And the people were coming on up. And then, I was at the top of the mountain. I saw them getting off, and I was like, yo, you guys have a good-ass time. And then they went on down their merry way. And then let's fast forward 10, 15 minutes. A ski patrol comes barging into my lifty tower.
Asshole.
Yeah. And he's like, what are you doing? And I was like, not a whole lot, man. What are you doing? And he was like, why are there people here? And I was like, I don't know, man. The mountain's been open for 10, 15 minutes. People are shredding. And he was like, you stop the lift. And I was like, all right, man. And I did the whole thing. You got to beep the bottom mountain, the bottom of the lift, and then you got to wait for their 2-beep response back to you. Mm-hmm. And then you pause it. Unless it's an emergency thing.
Pause lift.
Exactly. And then
you hit the start button.
yeah. And then the ski patrol grabbed the phone out of my hand, which I thought was very aggressive and rude. Yes. And he was like, blah, blah, blah. Like, make note of the chair at the bottom. And let me know when they get to the top. Don't let anyone on. Whatever. Turns out what had happened was I had said, everyone up. We're good. And the ski patrols, who thought that they told me, hey, let's wait 20, 30 minutes before you let people up to the top. Which I had thought that they said,
Go for it, dog.
Yeah. And then turns out the ski patrol were up on the top of the mountain with the dynamite, literally about to throw it. But before they did, bless their hearts,
They saw
10, 15 people skiing. And they were, the ski patrol holding, 20 pounds of dynamite was like, hold up.
Don't light.
There's some people down there. We better,
Like, how these people skin up this fast?
yeah. And, so yeah, they didn't throw the dynamite. And they made sure anyone who was on the lift, they made sure they got up. And then they took whatever ski patrol there was there. They told everyone who got off, they're like, you guys all stay here. And then they got somebody behind the last chair that got up, and they maneuvered them all the way down to the bottom of the mountain.
All the way to the base?
Yeah, and so that they could.
So they can't have anyone on mid mountain even.
Basically, they evacuated everybody because of me.
How many people you think? Like 30, 40?
Like 100. Like it was
that
like
many
it was
people?
a powder,
It was like an hour
it was a
day?
powder day.
Oh,
like,
shit.
No, they had to blow
There was
up
a line.
snow.
There was a line down there.
Yeah, they had to blow up snow to make sure people could ski.
But at what level is it on the fucking goddamn asshole? Okay, I'm not gonna say asshole. At what level though is it on the patrollers for getting up there earlier and blasting it earlier before the mountain opens? Like, you guys are being a little lazy and negligent by waiting until the mountain's already supposed to be open. No, okay, sorry,
I was the one being lazy and negligent. Like, no, it was literally. You know how you're just so used.
Don't you think though that they should, like, before the mountain is scheduled to be open, they should have that done? Like,
well, that's because it was. It was. You know how you're so used to your job normally going a certain way, that you just get in a flow of things. So, like, for 2 weeks in a row, I was calling up like, "Hey, it's Max at whatever the lift. Just letting the guys know, are we get to open up?" And they'd be like, "Yeah, you're good." And then it'd be hunky dory.
yeah.
But then this is the
today.
one. It was. They said, I was expecting them to say no, and I filled it in my head. Them saying yes, and they. I think at the end of it, I don't totally recall what they said. I thought that they said you're good to let them up or whatever, but they were like, hey. Apparently, they were like, hey, we're still, blowing up some stuff. And so if you could just wait a few minutes. And I just didn't do that.
So you almost got a bunch of people caught in an avalanche.
That's what I'm trying to say.
That's a great story.
Thank you.
I'm really happy you told that.
Yeah.
I know that took a lot of effort.
I'm probably going to... I basically just did it so that I can listen to it later and
figure out where the funny parts are.
Stand up it later.
Yeah. That makes sense. You'll find some.
Now, can I go to the bathroom while you talk to yourself for a minute?
That's fine.
Cool.
Definitely. Very chill. Are we going to release this one 3 weeks from now, 2 weeks from now? Whatever.
Like that?
All right.
Around Texas or right after?
Okay. That means that we just got done doing a show at the Riff at Mad Swede, which is one of my favorite shows because it's all about coming up with new material on the fucking spot. I love riffing, especially like when you're given a topic and you can just like go into whatever you want about it. That's just such a fun concept, dude. Riffing is for me. I love it. Also, while we're in Austin, if you would like to get together and have a good time, let me know. Next week, we'll be having some great podcast guests as well at the end of this week. So keep your eye out for that. Also, please go to our store. Please buy a sticker or buy a T-shirt. It would be an incentive for me to actually go print the T-shirts. They're all just sitting in a storage room right now, unprinted, because I'm lazy. Whoopsies. I've been skating a lot more lately. I want to go back to skiing more. I want to film more, like, fun stuff. I want to, like, go out and start vlogging and doing that kind of stuff. I think that would be fun. I think you're going to start seeing more of that. I'm going to push Max off of cliffs this summer. It's going to be fun.
Why would you do that?
Because it would be funny.
What were you talking about beforehand that got you into saying you were going to push me off a cliff?
I want to do more like vlog type videos where we go out and like do stuff. We have a Patreon that you can subscribe to for $4.20 every
There's
month.
nothing on it.
And we will upload stuff on it if you subscribe.
Hey, how about this? How about
We're
on
holding you
this-
hostage to go to our
Now,
Patreon.
how about on this video, comment what you think would be Patreon worthy. And we're not going to say we'll do anything because...
Can I say like what I think should be on our Patreon?
Sure.
I think it should just be like BTS, like raw footage, like of the podcast, like.
Do we have that?
I
that
mean,
we don't already put on the normal?
Well, you don't do like a ton of cutting out of like the podcast itself, but like whatever clips that like instead of like basically we would upload like the full raw footage of each podcast to the Patreon. So that people have that option, and then also like just upload like personal content there. We can figure out like a thing. We need to sit down and
I
like
think we
fucking
should
figure out like a schedule and like maybe like content levels of like where we want our Patreon to be and what we want to be included in it and stuff. Because like I feel like we haven't really talked about.
Here's an idea. I think we should use Patreon for our stand-up thing. And do our different tiers for different lengths of time that we do. And I think we should upload our shorter sets to our cheaper whatever tiers. But like our 30-minute sets, when we do stuff like that should be our most expensive. So we can sort of, in a way, sell our longer... So we can...
No, I like that. That's almost like an OnlyFans porn type
Kinda,
take
yeah.
to it, where you have like your longer like boy-girl videos are more expensive versus...
It's more of like...
if I'm like on there all the time.
It's more that like if you're a fan of our kind of sense of humor, but you want to see our humor in front of like... not necessarily our humor type of crowd. Like, for example,
like
our
the
Valentine's Day.
Valentine's
If you
show.
wanted to see us telling jokes we've been telling forever, but in front of 80-year-old whatevers, then we can put that up there. If you want 30 minutes of awkward whatever that is, we can do that.
Also, if you just want to be a pretty good person in the pretty good fan group, or not fan group, pretty good community, and just support your pretty good guys, that's the best way to directly support us, is like go buy our shit or like...
On top of behind the scenes stuff, whatever that may turn into.
Yeah, I don't know.
If you just want pictures of us on the couch.
I really want to start going out and doing more shit though. Like we used to go out and do so much fun shit like when we were younger.
It's
and like,
cold.
I know, but like even
We'll go
when
out
it
this
wasn't
summer.
cold this last summer, like
I
we
have a
didn't
bike
get
now.
out a lot and like go like... I just like...
Yo, I got my bike now. We'll go out over the summer when it's warm. That's my thing. I'm not gonna.
I really want to go to
recreationally-
Bruno and like set up the buoy and stuff. And
We
like
can
I've
do
been
that.
talking about that for like years, and like we've never done it together. And like it's,
Put it on me. All right.
I'm not putting it on you. I'm
I'm the
putting
one
it on
with
me.
the buoy.
I'm putting it on me. The buoy's in our home that we've
you-
lived together for 2 years.
If
I'm
you
putting
want
it
to
on
go,
me.
you can drive.
I know, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I couldn't like literally grab you at any moment and be like, "Hey, you want to go to Bruno and set up the buoy?" And you would probably be like, "Yes, let's fucking do it. Let's
Yeah.
go." But I have not like made that commitment at all. And I'm saying I want to get better at like going out and doing these fun like fucking things that we used to do all the fucking time, like constantly. And
Alright.
like we just have gotten older and
You're
kind
right.
of gotten set in our ways, I think, a little bit. And
We
like,
need to,
and I'm not like saying this is like as a thing at you at all. Like, it's on me more
I
too.
agree
Like,
with you 100%.
I just feel like we've gotten so comfortable filming in this beautiful fucking basement that we pay for.
You're right.
And we used to like do these really creative fucking fun ideas all the time. Like when we recorded in the canal in the tubes, like behind Dakota's house, that was a cool ass idea that I think we can do a lot better somewhere like where like we don't.
I think literally we just honestly, now that I'm thinking about all of this, the one thing we really need is just lav mics.
Yeah,
because we've only been limited by our
technology,
our extension cords.
Yeah. No, that's so true. And I would like to get like
if we just get a GoPro and 2 lav mics on us, then we can go do all this stuff, and we just haven't. And I totally agree. We need to do dumb shit outside more.
But like also because that's who we are, you know, like that's what brought us together as friends in the fucking first place was like jumping on the trampoline and parking your like old like Chevy next to it that your family had, like your Suburban, and jumping off of it and like that slack line above the tramp, and you know there's a lot of stuff that I miss doing that I feel like since COVID happened and since all this like work shit and just going through all like these different jobs and stuff, it's been like life hits you in the balls when you get old.
Here's an idea. Here's an idea. We should do another episode during this next coming week before Austin, where go into like the archives of your phone and find like old videos of us doing whatever. I'll do the same. And then we'll just play them and like react to them, but also find out which ones we could like do again and kind of do better versions. Like obviously,
the first one I want to do off the rip is just the bridge in Riggins.
Okay, let's
I
do
think
that.
that'd be great to go back to.
Okay, I'm gonna like screenshot this and make a picture of it. So like this is our verbal contract. This is.
Do we shake verbally?
No, we gotta kiss by the end of this episode now. Yeah. No, you did that, and now there's gonna be the people that are like, hey, you guys know there's nobody in their basement forcing them to do this, and it's gonna be you and me talking ourselves into doing this to end the episode. We're gonna have to kiss. But I also think that when it's warmer. Okay, this is our verbal contract. When it is warmer, over the summer, we're gonna go back to that bridge at the
It's the end of like the other side of the San River
Gospel
Road.
Hump Wilderness. Yes, when you get into Riggins, you cross the bridge. I'll clip. There we go. That'll explain everything.
I remember that day so fucking vividly too. Like in my mind, like we were listening to Daniel Tosh Pandora Radio the entire drive out there.
Let me add a speaker that we bought at the gas station when we got. Wait, was it at the Radio Shack or at the?
It's a Radio Shack for sure. Yeah,
we got it at Radio Shack, and then we went. What did we get at the? We stopped at the A&W Chevron gas station.
What did we
something.
get? Like fucking jerky and like.
I think it was. I feel like we got just bottles of water or something.
I think we probably got jerky and like water and like.
Yeah.
I don't know, like a hot dog or something, maybe.
Yeah. Either way,
Lunchables.
this is.
It had to be Lunchables.
No, we did. Here's what we're gonna do over this summer. The next warm season.
We gotta recreate that whole trip. That was so
No,
fun.
literally, we need. Okay, we'll either get
my truck. We can take my truck because
we could do that or just rent
back. I want to take the fucking switchbacks all the way. That's why I want to use the Razor, because I want to take that switchback road that we took all the way home. But I cannot. I wish, dude. I wish we would have recorded it when we first did it in your fucking Saturn. We were in Max's. What car? What was that car called? It was a Saturn. What?
Saturn L200.
Oh my god, front wheel drive sedan, and we took it on the gnarliest fucking 4x4 switchback road that was washed out. It had the biggest washout crevices like through the middle of the road, and I would get out and like spot Max like we're doing like a fucking 4x4 like just reverse through the Moab. And I'm like,
He directed me like I was in a monster truck. It was awesome.
It was so dope.
Here's the thing. That whole drive, we high centered that car. We definitely did. But we only did maybe 3 times.
No, like it was impressive how
There were
well
two
we were
or-
able to like maneuver
Yeah.
through those roads.
I would say 2 or 3 times we were like, ah! And that's nothing.
Well, and like the other thing that's so dope about like that whole area is like while you're driving around in like the Riggins, like New Meadows, like Forest Service roads, there are so many old settlement cabins and shit that you can walk around in
Yeah.
and like go explore. And that's like, I love abandoned old buildings so much.
We should do like a outdoor boys-esque video. We'll put their thing up in the.
Did you
they're
ever?
my favorite.
Did you ever? Did you ever have the Dangerous Book for Boys?
Yes.
Do you still
kid-
have it? Maybe.
I mean, up in McCall. If I went to McCall
I
for
think
a
I might
day,
still
I
have
could
mine
for
in
sure
Washington.
find it. Yeah.
Do you want to maybe grab those and like do some
Yeah.
stuff out of those books?
Hey Max, another clip this part.
That would be
Let's do like just a video segment of Dangerous Book for
like
Boys.
if we did like a
chapters.
short segment of it, like where we like read the thing, and then we like show like a montage of us doing the thing, and then like the end result. And
we
like
should
because that
also-
book was like everyone who was like within our 4-year age gap growing up had that fucking book.
We should also do something like an episode where we just research the author of that book,
Yeah, that's a good
like
idea.
I guess a video essay.
I want to start doing a lot more video essays. I want to start like one that I'm actually working on one right now. I'm halfway through one, and it's about like we're talking about like we're feeling motivated to do more things on the Pretty Good channel. Like I want to make it more of like a pretty good.
We made some pretty good verbal contracts.
Yeah,
and
I would like to eventually see the Pretty Good podcast channel turn into the Pretty Good Productions, like and like us have like maybe a couple podcasts like being produced, and like maybe
pretty good network.
yeah exactly. I'd like to have like us producing comedy shows for people even, and like filming and editing that kind of stuff, and like I would like to run because like that's the only way like we're gonna really like scale up as a business is if we can like get into like other. That would be crazy if we made like a 5-minute cinematic for like
What was the like?
Purina dog food.
What were the ads called that you would watch before your cartoons in the morning? The
Commercials?
No, with I mean, yeah, but they were like 30 minutes long. Not pay-per-view.
Oh, paid programming.
Paid programming.
Yes, yes. Where they're just like standing there with like a knife set for like 30 minutes. They're like,
Yeah.
watch how many things we can cut with the new Bowshine knives. Here we go, a shoe.
Yeah. shit
Next
like
up is
that.
your baby's spinal cord. And then we got puppies' shoelaces. You're like, what? Puppies have shoelaces?
Yeah.
No, I don't know. I'm fucked. I'm fucked.
Stuff like that.
No, that's great. We filmed like an infomercial when I was in college for this fake company that we had to make for like an entrepreneurial class, and like you could either make a fake company or a real company. I was like, we're gonna make a satire company. This is gonna be great. It's gonna be funny. It's gonna be hilarious. It's called Burrito Bond, and it's basically just like spring roll wraps cut in half that you're like, you wrapped your burrito too big and it busted a hole in it. Slap this bad boy on and it's like a fucking Band-Aid for your burrito. Burrito Bond.
Fun.
And we were like, you can use it on big sandwiches, wrap it around or whatever, you know, like, and it would be like a tape roll basically of just like spring roll wraps. You could like rip it off and lick it and like wrap it around a food, and it would like hold it together like tape.
Yeah.
And we like filmed a whole infomercial for it and everything, and like posted on YouTube, and like people were like, that's funny as fuck. And then like other people in the entrepreneurship class were like, we'll string up your Christmas lights for this amount of money and like make this profit, and they got like a $10,000 check or whatever for winning. I was like, I didn't know you had to make a real business. Like, I thought this was school. This was you make something funny and make the class laugh. Like, what the fuck is happening? That was my biggest problem in college. I think I could have actually made businesses, but I fucked around.
And now you're meant to be a funny guy.
And now I'm a clown!
A silly little guy. Listen to those glugs. Yeah. I think we should split this episode into 2 parts.
I agree.
Yeah, we've been talking for a minute.
I know we've been talking for a long time. I think we should potentially we could split it into 3 parts.
Oh, do tell. Genius.
Oh, dude, I'm having a crazy brain blast right now.
I doubt it, but tell me about it.
Can we put in the Jimmy Neutron animation for brain blast?
Yeah, okay.
Okay, sorry,
All right, blah, blah,
Brain
blah.
blast! Episodes. Each one we cut into, and we can work on these together. I would actually love to start editing together more. Be really bad. I'm debating whether I'm gonna go do that or fucking.
See, dude, those last 2 questions didn't matter. It's like you need to either share my urgency or not. I can't have this. What do you mean? What do you need me to hurry for? Just do it. Just go, dude.
That was plenty fast.
No, dude. No, it was not. Knowing me, it wasn't. Could have done that 20 minutes ago. That's not true.
Let's go if you had known what your phone storage was at, motherfucker.
Yeah, because the thing didn't shut off 20 minutes ago. That's why I fucking... Alright.
Hey, we cool?
Yeah, we fucking been cool. Why... What?
I don't know.
Goodness gracious. Let's turn it... If you want the most behind-the-scenes fucking...
We're both getting kind of drunk, alright? We're kind of getting heated about the podcast. I like it. I like it a lot. It means we're passionate. It means we love this. It means we love doing this together. Because we both are very invested in this.
If you learned anything about this, you'd stop saying we, motherfucker.
No. God damn it, because I know you're also invested in this and that you love doing this.
Yeah.
And I will say we when I know that you like doing something.
When you know... You start editing more. Here's the thing.
It's a let me edit more type thing.
No. It's a you've proven yourself multiple times that, you know, a schedule's hard to keep.
Yeah, I am really bad at scheduling. I get that. You're the only reason that this podcast comes out on a weekly basis. I will admit that every day of the week, every hour of the day. I will continue to admit that. I've told everyone that. I've told my parents that. I've been like, I could not ever do this podcast weekly if it weren't for Max hounding me to do it.
I don't hound you.
No, you don't hound me. We do it all the time. We record it, but you are the one who edits and posts.
What's even true?
You're the one who edits and posts. That's what's true.
So you admit you're just a personality.
You do a clip every week. I do a clip every other week sometimes.
Just make some fucking t-shirts and we'll see you in a week or whatever. This is gonna be a 3-parter.
Yep.
That's
maybe
cool.
4 even.
No, yeah, we'll make them wait for a recap on Austin. Maybe it went terrible. Maybe
Even in the last vlog I wrote, fucking Max does damn nearly everything. But at least I'm writing these vlogs.
Yeah, it's another thing. Yeah. Once a fucking few weeks, Samson will type 400 words.
That's right. It's hard.
Anyways, we'll let you know if our time in Austin sucks or wasn't.
I think we'll have a great time. I think it'll be awesome.
I think it'll be Austin. Oh, we're done?
No, that was just not good. What? I fell out of my chair. It was so funny.
Turn it off.
Why should I turn it off?
Pause the recording.
Why should I do that?
I don't know. Just to...
I would be so bad.
All right, then pause the recording. Then stop it.